Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray. Some of you have been asking me about longevity advice and what I actually do. Like, what do I do on a daily basis and what do I do once in a while? So here are my very constructive, scientifically proven longevity advices. Well, of course, the first will be fasting. I'm not going to go into that. You have a lot of my content, okay? If you're just new into fasting, check out my other YouTube videos about which type of fast is best for me. I fast, consecutively a few days every month. Most of the time I don't eat at all. If I do it, it's one dinner once in a while. That's, it's already been scientifically proven. If you want the scientific evidence, then just look for caloric reduction. It's the only natural way that we know that extends the telomeres, which is the end of the DNA that is always cut shorter with every division of the cell. Put that aside. Another thing I do on a daily basis is I go out and I take a walk about half an hour in the sun, and I'm walking barefoot. What does that mean, barefoot, and why? Well, ancient men used to walk barefoot because we didn't have anything else. That is one of the ways that we connected with the energy of the planet itself. So imagine that there's an aura around us, and by the way, let me put that aside for a second and teach you very quickly how to see people's auras. Look at someone's head, or you can say forehead, but gaze around them. So again, focus on the forehead and gaze around them. You can do that on me as well. It goes through the video. And then you'll see this like small aura around, like this energy field. For some people, it's very intense and big. When you practice enough, you're actually going to see colors. So back to barefoot walking. I walk barefoot half an hour. I do this while I work. So I have a Bluetooth headset on and I'm talking and conversing with the people that work for me. So it's easy for me to understand that it's okay to work and do it in the same time because I don't have a lot of free time. So I'm trying to do everything in parallel and be more productive. So again, when we connect to the Earth's magnetic field and energetic field, we go back, we reset ourselves. The fact that right now human beings always wear shoes or socks and we don't walk barefoot outside on the ground or in the grass and stuff like that, it takes something away from us on an energetic level. So that's one of the things I do. Another thing is that I have a special freezer for the Vim Hof method. The Vim Hof, if you know him, he has 26 different, I think, world records or Guinness Book records that have to do with staying in the cold. This guy is swimming, just with his swimsuit in Antarctica. He climbed the Everest barefoot in his underwear. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. So one of his methods is about breathing, which I'm already a master in breathing, so I have no problem with that. But it's about just entering very cold water and staying there for a couple of minutes. Why does it work? Well, you can say that all the blood vessels contract and immediately being released. The body learns to deal with the cold itself. The psychology behind it is something that I really like. The first 30 seconds are kind of hard in the beginning. He says minimum of 2 minutes. I stay for as long as 10-15 minutes sometimes until I tell my body, buddy, we're there already. And he tells me, Ray, I'm cold. I say, okay, let's go out. So I do that as well. Cold showers is not as efficient, but it's a good start. So you can start with a warm shower and go cold. You can start with a cold shower and go warm. You will see that you don't get sick. In winter, you won't have the flu, you won't get cold, stuff like that. That's really good. I do this once a week, maybe once every couple of weeks. I bought a freezer specifically for that. So it's not for everyone, but try it once. Go to a Wim Hof seminar, workshop, or something like that. You don't have to take the long one. Don't spend your money. It's just a couple of hours, breathing technique, a little bit of yoga and stretching, and 2 or 3 minutes in ice cold water, somewhere between 2 Celsius to 5-6 degrees Celsius, okay? If it's too hard for you in the beginning, don't panic. It's your body. Just breathe deeply and let the cold, just go into your bones. And then you see after 30 seconds, you kind of get used to it. Super healthy. You get out of there energetic, okay? So that's my third advice for you. My next longevity advice would be the connection that you have to your body. Now, you're already very well aware about what you eat and about if you exercise or non-exercise, okay? Non-exercising, sitting every day, it kind of kills the body. It's not natural at all. The body does want to go out. It doesn't mean that you have to go run marathons, but it doesn't mean that you gotta get out of the house, okay? It doesn't mean that you have to do weights, but it does mean that you need to be active in some way. Otherwise, you become a couch potato. It has been scientifically proven and studies that if a person twice a week has his heart rate reach over 160, it doesn't only extend their life, but it actually refreshes their brain. Now, it's very, very easy to understand why. The blood pressure, and when we have to go to 160, that means that we are running or we're jogging, we're doing some sort of stressful, okay? It's cardio, we're exercising the cardio. And that means that the blood pressure is so strong that the blood, with the oxygen that it carries, can reach the points and sections in the brain that you can't otherwise. So when you're just lying down or walking or driving and sitting down, which is what most of us do most of the time, and as we age, we usually do it even more and more, the brain doesn't get the oxygen that it actually needs. So it's really easy to understand that mild exercise will extend your life. Even if you already know this and you haven't practiced it, that I'm telling you, words are not as strong as actions. Start acting. 15-minute walk every day, a small jog or something like that. Sex is also a great exercise. I love ping pong. Find something that you like and start doing it. So there's two more things that I want to add. One is the food-sleep cycle, also called the circadian rhythm. Now, because I'm a very natural type of guy, I really like to connect what is natural and to see how things were a couple of 100 years ago, before the technology arrived, before all the industry arrived, okay? And try to understand how we were created in this supposedly perfect environment for us. So I made a whole video, search for the circadian rhythm video, and you will understand that the body secretes different hormones throughout the day. Okay, that means that you shouldn't go to sleep after midnight, for example. Best time to sleep is around 10 or 11. Best time to wake up is with the sun, like the animals do, you know, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You're much more productive first thing in the morning. But there's also a secret here. And that secret is that the food pattern of human beings, which is 3 times a day, is very similar to the sleep patterns. And what do I mean? Now we sleep once a day at night. Some of us nap, which is great, and I'm going to get there. Okay, it's really important that you understand that. So the consciousness needs rest, just like the body does. So when a normal person eats, it's because they get hungry, they're deflated their energy, and they're used to it. So 3 times a day is a little bit a lot, as far as I'm concerned. I would say 2 times, maybe even 1 time, because I see it's much more efficient with people that are doing intermittent fasting, for example. They show a lot more awareness, but again, it takes some acclimation and time to get used to it, so I'm not recommending it for everyone. But if you do take a power nap, somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes throughout the day, your consciousness is going to be much more alive and awake. Now, it doesn't have to be a power nap. It can be a meditation. It can be a relaxation, but the type of relaxation that you're not with your cell phone, you can listen to music, you close your eyes, you know, your consciousness rests, because there's a connection between the conscious mind and the unconscious mind that has to touch. For example, when I asked Bashar, why do people yawn? You know, because the science says that we are tired and therefore the body needs oxygen, so it just opens the mouth even bigger. That doesn't make sense to me. And the answer that I was given surprised me. And he told me that the conscious mind wants to unwind just like the body. That means that I'm tired mentally, I'm bored in some way, I'm in a very long meeting and I'm not interested in whatever it is that they say. So for some people, their body will start moving, you know, like the people with the legs that start moving a little bit, and you don't understand why. It's because they're bored and their body is trying to wake them up in order for them to, because they're forcing themselves. They're resisting the body's attempt to sleep, because he wants to sleep, he wants to close their eyes. The consciousness wants to rest. Okay? So he says that when we are yawning, we're actually resisting the body's attempt to sleep. And that's why when we get very, very tired in the evening, we yawn quite a lot, or when we are bored and stuff like that. So what we do, and what I do usually, is I come back from work, or I find some time during the day, and I take about half an hour and I have a special meditation that puts me to sleep completely for exactly 28 minutes. And that's because I'm very susceptible to subconscious programming, and I've been working with that meditation for a very long time. So right now, that's what I do. You do that and your life is going to change, and that will bring you an extension of life. Why? Because you're so tired and you're so depressed throughout the day, most people are at least, because they're not happy with their family, with their loved ones, with their job, with themselves. They look in the mirror and they're not really happy. And then in the end of the day, what they do is that they munch and they emotionally eat and they feel sorry for themselves and they don't have the strength to exercise, to go outside to the walk and do stuff like that. So that's another thing. So like we said, the circadian rhythm, check it out. It's a rhythm that is the natural rhythm for the human body, including sleep and food. And the second thing is that power nap. And this came from a source that is very well connected, very well connected. It's not only downloaded information, but it's like the natural way that we should be. And this is why I do it. And this is why I believe that my life is extended. That's why I'm 40, but I have the body and the energy of a 25-year-old. So it's all these things put together. And really, I took like the 6 highlights. I'm not talking about add-ons and vitamins, and I'm not talking about roots and other stuff that I've been investigating, but it's more like a mental attitude. It's the connection that you have to your body. It's your ability to separate your ego and your body and to tell your body, I want you to mature more slowly. I want your immune system to be stronger. I know that you're capable of this. I know that conversing with you, even commanding without any expectations, that's the connection that you have to your DNA, because we have to look at our body as something that is generally more smarter than we are. It's ingenious. It's a system that we don't actually, we haven't mastered it yet. And you have to separate yourself from it, and you have to accept it and respect it and love it and give it what it actually wants and converse with it, make it your partner. And your DNA is conscious as well. You can talk to your DNA. Just try it. Try and see what happens. I told my body I want to age slower, okay? I want this and this change to happen. I want to sleep less at night, This is all these things that you can actually do, play around with them. I've done them and they work wonderfully. So, thank you very much for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, like it and share it. And you can go on my website, maor.com, to check out when my next workshops are, or just to sign up to my newsletter and get these videos before everybody else. Namaste.